Prepare for trouble and make it double. Hey guys, Reverso here, welcome back to another episode of Pokemon Go. Here are 15 tips / facts about generation number 2 that you may not know about or may be helpful or I don't know, it's just gonna help you out, and there will be one hidden one towards the ending. Anyway, let's jump straight in. Number 1, in generation number 2, evolutions also have a name trick. You are able to get yourself a Espeon and Umbreon by naming your Pokemon Sakura for Espeon and Tamao for Umbreon. It's basically because there's 2 girls in the anime that have that name and they own a Espeon and Umbreon. Number 2, starting this update, there are certain Pokemons out there that unfortunately no longer have the capability of getting certain moves. For example, my Alakazam over here has the Psychic move as the charge attack. Right now, if you evolve a Kadabra into an Alakazam, it no longer has the capability of actually getting Psychic, but rest assured, for Alakazam it's actually really great. It's getting a better move called Future Sight. However, for some Pokemon it's going to be a lot different. I'm gonna leave a link to that in the description down below if you want to read for what Pokemon you're gonna be able to get what move. Number 3, on top of the last thing that I just said, a lot of the moves have been revamped, as in they're a lot different. For example, Hyper Beam right now does 150. It has 150 power. Another change over a Hydro Pump has 130. And to give you a crazy one, we need Solar Beam right here. This Executor has Solar Beam, which has a power of 180. Some of them have been nerfed, others have been buffed. But one important one as well is that charge moves no longer have more than 3 bars in this update. Number 4, starting this update, Sentret, Hoothoot Yamna Can right now become a Ditto if you capture them. Number 5, all baby Pokemon are obtainable in the wild, and that includes Togetic, although it's not a baby Pokemon. However, Togetic, quickly about Togetic, maybe an extra tip. Bring a bunch of Ultra Balls if you encounter it, and a bunch of Raspberries. It is reported that Togetic is harder to catch than Dragonite, than Lapras, than Snorlax. People use 60 Ultra Balls and they still aren't able to get it. So, bring your Ultra Balls if you encounter Togetic. 6. With this recent update, eggs have been changed again. They now also include generation number 2 Pokemon. To give you a couple of examples, Miss Drevis appears in 2km eggs. Quillfish appears in the 5km eggs. If you have Pinecone or Larvitar, it seems to be appearing in 10km eggs. And then Togepi right now is a 2km egg hatch. Magby is like a 5km egg hatch. So there's a whole bunch of changes going on. It is still being figured out. I'm gonna update you guys on the entire list the moment it is ready. Got him. Alright, so tip number 7 is that there's a new mechanic inside of the game. It's called a capturing bonus called First Throw. If you manage to throw a Pokeball at the Pokemon and you manage to catch the Pokemon without missing, you're actually going to be getting yourself 50 extra experience. Once again, it only counts towards the actual first throw. Any miss will consider it a throw, so don't miss. Number 8, there's new catching bonuses inside of the game. If you manage to catch yourself a Pidgey, you're going to be getting 3 candy because it's a stage 1 Pokemon or a Pokemon with no evolution. However, if you encounter the evolved form of the Pidgey in the wild, which is Pidgeotto, which is a phase 2 Pokemon, and you capture the Pokemon, you're going to be getting yourself 5 candy. If you get the final form, which is phase number 3, if you encounter that Pokemon inside of the wild, like Pidgeot, like Dragonite, like Kingdra, Pokemon that have 3 phases, you're going to be getting 10 candy upon catching that Pokemon. So it's definitely worth it right now to go out and catch those evolved Pokemon. Number 9 is a new catching mechanic called the critical catch. Basically, you throw a Pokeball, it doesn't shake, it immediately tells you gotcha, and you manage to get the Pokemon. That is called a critical catch. Number 10. Evolution items can only be obtained in PokéStops. We have been talking about this before, but I do see this question popping up over and over and over again because people ended up forgetting about it. Number 11. With the introduction of generation number 2, there's a couple of Pokemon out there which right now require 25 candy to evolve instead of 50. 2 of these Pokemon are Zubat and Horsey, and that is because they right now have a 3rd and final evolution, namely Crobat and Kingdra. Number 12, I'll stop doing that. With the introduction of Generation number 2, there are 2 new confirmed badges, maybe 3, but the 2 that are confirmed right now are the Johto badge, which goes up to the golden medal, registers 70 Pokemon into the Pokédex, which are from the Johto region, and then the Dark badge, which goes up to 200, which I think is relatively easy to obtain because Murkrow is very common and Miss Drevis is also relatively common, and then the final badge might be the Unown badge, but we've only seen a couple of Unown screenshots of the Pokemon Unown, and we haven't seen any badge screenshot yet. Number 13 is whenever you level up, the brand new berries, the Pineapple Berry and the Nana Berry are right now included within the level up rewards. Number 14 is that there's a change in catching Pokemon. Certain Pokemon will have different types of moving patterns now. You see Pokemon jumping around, levitating up and down, moving left and right, like Horsies moving left and right. You got Pokemon moving in a V shape, moving all over the place. So it is more difficult to actually catch Pokemon in the wild right now. Number 15, Lapras got nerfed. It was the only Pokemon that actually got nerfed. And the funny thing is, if you guys recall the November CP balance change, Lapras was supposed to be nerfed in that update already, but for some odd reason Niantic forgot about it and they decided to do it right now. So that is why only Lapras got nerfed and not any other Pokemon out there. And I guess as a bonus, I'm not really want to put this out there as confirmed, but it is almost certain that Heracross is a region exclusive Pokemon found in South and Central America. I'm not sure about Smeargle. I've heard bits and pieces of that, but I'm not sure and I cannot confirm that. There will be more information released on that. It would be kind of unfortunate if they were to be region exclusive, because then not everybody's able to get it. And Heracross is a pretty darn good Pokemon. It would be really quite unfortunate if that is a region exclusive Pokemon. Anyway, that's gonna be wrapping it up. 15 facts, tips that will help you out the next Pokemon Go video. I hope you guys are looking forward to it, because in that video I'm going to explain to you guys which Pokemon I personally powered up and why I've decided to invest Stardust into these. There's a couple of Pokemon out there which are incredibly powerful that I saved up my Stardust for, and I kind of want to go over and showcase why that is. Anyway, that's going to be doing it for this video of Pokemon Go. Hope that you guys enjoyed. As always, this has been Reverse for Pokemon Go. Be sure to drop a like if you like these Generation 2 information. You know, I just pulled an all-nighter. I'm kind of tired, but I'm hyped up as well, so that's why I made this video for you guys. Anyway, this is Reverso for Pokemon Go. I'm going to be signing off, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Boom!